Let us now take a look at our algorithm. We are going to find out whether an input number is odd or even. It is really simple. How do you know whether a number is odd or even? Take an input number, do a division by 2. If the remainder happens to be 0, that means it's an even number. If the remainder happens to be 1, it happens to be an odd number. So in order to do this, I just require one input number and I'm going to use the mod operator in programming. The mod helps me give the remainder after division. Step 1 is start. Step 2 is read a number or input a number. What do I say? Input num. So when I say input num, whatever number the user has entered, that is going to be stored in a memory location with the name number. Now here I am introducing you to a new concept. What I am trying to do here is I am trying to tell you a number can only have two possibilities. It can either be odd or it can be even. So I am using the if and else statement. I could also do it using two if statements. I could say if number mod 2 equal to 0, output even. Then in the next step I could say if number mod 2 not equal to 0, I could say print odd. But since I know there are only two possibilities, why should I use two if? I can use an if and else statement. So I am going to do something like this. If, what is my test condition? Number mod 2 equal to 0. If that is true, I am going to say output number is even. If the number is even, it can never be odd. So either statement A will get executed or statement B will get executed. In an if and else, both the statements will never get executed at the same time. So let's try to understand the logic. So what I am doing is I am checking whether this input number is perfectly divisible by 2. What do I mean by perfectly divisible by 2? When I divide by 2, if the remainder happens to be 0, then it's an even number, else it's an odd number. So let's take a look what I am doing. In the first step, I am saying number mod 2. So let's say the number is 10. 10 divided by 2. What is the remainder? Remainder is 0. So I am going to say output number is even. Else, since in this case it's already even, it's not going to go to the else part. It's going to come to the end if and it's going to the next step and end of the algorithm. So let's try to compare this with this fellow. What is the test condition here? Num mod 2 equal to 0. Statement A is output number is even. What is statement B? Output number is odd. So this way there is a one-on-one matching between if and else. You use if and else statement whenever there are only two possibilities. Either one is true and one must be false. Both cannot be true. So let's try to run through this with another number. Input a number. Let's say I input the number 23. The number is now 23. I come here. 23 divided by 2. Is the remainder 0? No, the remainder happens to be 1. So this condition is false. Since this condition is false, the else part gets executed. The else part is this. So here we come, it will print number is odd. It will print number is odd and then it will come to the end of the algorithm and stop. So this is a simple program telling you how to find if a given number is odd or even. But the important thing here is I told you how to use the if and else statement. Very important. For example, it may tell if gender, or let's not gender, if say age greater than 70, give a discount of 25%, else do the normal processing without any discount.